Kamusta mga ka-learners? May bago na naman tayong aaralin. Ngayon naman ay may kinalaman sa mga impormasyon na napakikinggan at nalalaman natin araw-araw. Many people refer to our present era as the information age. This is because we can now easily get whatever information we need. Madaming napagkukunan ng kaalaman. Dyaryo, magazine, libro, radyo, TV, smartphone, at syempre, internet sa pamamagitan ng computer. But how can we be sure that the information we get is useful, accurate, and reliable? After studying this module, you will learn to 1. Compare pieces of information in order to understand them better. 2. Use comparison to make a choice between two or more things. 3. Distinguish facts from opinions. And 4. Identify bias in opinions and other pieces of information. These skills will help you find out if the information you get is useful, accurate, and reliable. Look at this picture of two monkeys. Can you tell how these two monkeys are similar to and different from each other? One of the easiest and best ways to analyze and understand something is to show how it is similar to or different from something else. You can learn more about the two monkeys, for instance, by studying how they are alike and different from each other. Comparison refers to the act of examining two or more people, things, or ideas to see what differences or similarities they have. Usually, though, we use the word compare when we are showing similarities and contrast when we are showing differences. Comparing two or more things can also help you make a choice between them. For example, where do you think is the better place in which to live and raise a family? In a city or in a barrio? Choose two friends whom you know pretty well. Picture them clearly in your mind. On a piece of paper, list down how they are alike. Consider their looks, hobbies, kinds of work, attitudes, interests, beliefs, personalities, or anything about them that might be similar. In describing their similarities, begin with both of them are or they are both. Then on the same piece of paper, make another list, this time of their differences. Suppose your friends are named Monica and Phoebe. It might be easier for you to describe their differences this way. Phoebe is, while Monica is. Again, you may consider the same factors you looked into while describing their similarities. I myself have made a list of the similarities and differences of two of my friends. Compare your list with mine. Did you notice the first column in my list, the one with the heading Points of Comparison? This column includes the kinds of information about your friends upon which you will base your comparison. Using points of comparison helps you to compare your two subjects in an orderly way. In comparing my two friends, I first asked myself, where do each of them come from? Thus, I came up with the first point of comparison, place of origin, and I wrote down that both of them come from Mindanao, but Richard is from Bukidnon and Joey is from Zamboanga. Let's test how much you understood the lesson. Prepare your pen and paper. I'm going to read a passage about human communities and ant colonies. Pay attention to how the two subjects are compared and contrasted, and then make a list similar to the one I did. Use this table. It is interesting how ant colonies and human communities are alike and different. Human communities are made up of several kinds of people. Those who hunt, those who take care of animals, those who plant, those who build, those who trade, and those who plan. There are kinds of ants that correspond to the first three: Some ants also hunt. They are known as driver and legionary ants. Some ants look after animals such as plant lice, scale insects, and caterpillars. Another kind of ant, known as the harvester ant, collect, store, and some say even plant seeds. Ant colonies are also different from human communities. Members of ant colonies are mostly female. The females are born with specific tasks important to the colony. The male members play only minor roles in the community. On the other hand, human communities are usually made up of males and females who have more or less equal roles and tasks. Log into your online LMS account to look for the answer key. Now, let's wrap up the important points of this lesson. One of the easiest ways to analyze a piece of information is to compare and contrast it with another piece of information. Comparison shows how pieces of information are alike and different. Comparing two or more pieces of information can also help you make a choice between them. And there you have it for our first lesson. Mag-log in sa inyong online account para sa karagdagang kaalaman o abangan ang pagpalabas ulit ng leksyong ito. See you sa susunod na lesson ng module na ito, mga ka-learners!